Hello and welcome back to the Rome to Victory South African campaign. We are in scenario number 2. We have crossed the railway and secured the crossing, obviously. And now we have to strike north towards Celleno, which is of course our final objective. Now in order to get there we have to cross some open ground and exit our force off map, while the Germans try to delay us. So basically we have to cross all our forces off map in this area. And any force that remains on the map, either destroyed or just, out of laziness, will not cross. Will give the enemy points. So, if you look at the map, we start down here. So in this direction, that's where the railroad crossing is, and that's the direction of Celleno. And we have to exit at this edge here. So, I looked at the map quite a bit. And obviously there's again kind of a kill zone here in the center. I feel like the game wants me to go there. This is like the obvious sneaky route. You go through here, through this gully, and then like behind the hill here. But I decided to do this a bit differently, and I will instead go along the road. For one thing, I think it's kind of more realistic, because you would want to secure like a passage for follow-on forces as well, not just sneak your guys through this relatively rough terrain. It seems a bit unrealistic. But also because, if you look at it, there's actually pretty nice terrain here that we can use. For one thing, we can move behind here and are out of sight from most of the areas where I think German positions will be. More on that later. And there's this villa here where I can sneak in an artillery observer who will basically see the whole map. Now the Germans will probably defend in this area here and probably also in these forests, I'm gonna guess, as well as around the villa. But after I punch through that, I can basically move behind this hill onto the road network again, and then down here. Now I expect there to be German defenses all along this area, like I'm talking anti-tank guns, 88, that kind of thing, so there will be an artillery strike. In the last scenario I was pretty conservative with the artillery ammunition, and I think we can actually, like, look at this, there's probably a gun here. But I think this time we can probably afford to use some of them, at least in the beginning. Okay, anyway, that's the plan. At first we will scout. As I said, main assault will happen here, but I will send one scout platoon up into this orchard, just so I can have more eyes over here. And yep, that's the plan. We have a company of infantry that is completely fresh, and our tanks, which are of course already have taken some casualties and expended some ammunition. Then we have the 2 scout platoons, and I think that's it. Obviously more will arrive later. Infantry is all in half tracks. Okay, let's start this. No, we don't need that. Here we go. The scouts start in their Stuart jalopies. I will drive until here, where they have kind of a hull-down view at the area of the villa. Then I will dismount my scouts and move through along the slightly forested area just to see if I can spot anything. And as you can hear, artillery is falling along this line. And over there. Simply because that's where I think the Germans are. Scouts are probing forward. I moved one infantry platoon and the 2 Germans here as well. The infantry platoon will take positions here and we will then flank along this little edge. As always, we will put some HE into the obvious enemy position, in this case the villa. So that's kind of risky actually. And here comes the infantry platoon. They will form up at the forest line here. Well, at least we took out the tree. Other than that, we can't see anything. There's actually no windows in this direction, so fair enough. I might just, since we're not under fire right now, I might just move up the infantry in a line like a good old gravity tactics assault up to here. Of course using bounding overwatch and so on, but still. And instead of just sneaking through that forest for years, because there's kind of a time element here as well. I have these in overwatch after all, and the tanks as well, so not much can go wrong. By the way, I did spot enemies over here and I called in more artillery, a short strike directly there, because they apparently survived the barrage. Okay, and here comes the assault. So far no fire from these buildings. Platoon HQ is traveling ahead a bit, I need to switch that off. No resistance so far. I want to get into this house and along this line here. For one thing, to check out the villa. Okay, we reached the villa. There's no fire coming from it. So maybe I just shelled an empty... Whoa! Shit. Okay, so there's German positions back here. With a machine gun. I will have to move up a tank here and then we can shell that. That's not... if I'd already moved the Steward there, that would be useful, but hey. That's not a big problem. It's of course annoying that they took out the Bren instead of one of the relatively useless riflemen. No offense. Well, maybe not that useless, they're aiming. Ah, damn it. Can you see anything? It's actually pretty close. Okay, there was the German tank. Okay, there's more there. I think that got taken out by my own HE shell. Shit. Upper right hull penetration on the Steward. Or one of them. Question is where? Seems to be coming from that direction. Don't tell me that was where we already spotted it. Oh, okay, there's a pack here. That's exactly where I already called in the artillery, because I saw that dude here earlier. But yeah, that's a nice position. Let's hope we can take that out quickly, now that the artillery is already called in. Okay. I think at the end of this scenario we won't have any Stewards left. That seems to have been a Panzersteg. No, better the Stewards than the Germans, to be honest. Still, we will get them out of here with HE, and then the gun will be shelled, and then we can advance. Over here... Yeah. We secured the... apparently nobody was in here. We secured the... what's it called? The villa. From here we should have a nice overview over the enemy. And the second Sherman is also on its way. It's actually no. If I had known that there's a Panzersteg, I probably wouldn't have moved it up like that. Okay, we spotted more. So there's more positions down here, probably along this whole line, to be honest. Crap. Okay, that Bren gunner also got hit. We'll have to see, we will just shell all these positions one by one. And that will hopefully be it then. Yeah, get that Bren gun. This might be a bit risky. That's a dead machine gunner, I think, right? Hard to say. Oh, it's a sniper. Maybe he was in the villa and the HE drove him out. It's always the fucking Bren gunner. It is amazing. They know what to shoot at. We have a second one now up, of course. And these guys seem suppressed. The problem is it's kind of hard for me. I want to take out the Panzerschreck before I move the tanks up for support. I think the Schreck was from here. Well, who dares wins and so on. Ooh. Yeah, you should try to aim into that. Holy shit, there's a 20 mil flak in here. Okay. Oh, that's another problem for the tanks, I guess. Crap. Well, with this tank I should be able to shell it. So let's see, these are the German positions. I think the flak is this one. Ah, crap. Panzerschreck is also still up. How do we get rid of that guy? I'm gonna try and shell him out of there. Problem is I can't really move up my tanks to the villa because the puck is still up. Spotting round should be coming down soon. Ha! Right on cue. So we are trying to get the... Oops. We are trying to get the puck. No, this guy has balls. I'm gonna give him that. I mean, as long as he uses the pistol, I'm fine with it, but probably not gonna stay like that. I'm gonna try to send infantry after him. Maybe I will just risk the tank. Let's say I move it up to this angle. I should be able to shell the flak with, and this tree should, or these trees should protect me from sight from the puck. Yeah. Let's try that. Alright, let's move forward. That guy's still up, but I will suppress him with more HE. And hope it doesn't go for the tank here. That should be a safe position. Oh, that was a good hit. I think that was close to where the anti-aircraft gun was shooting from. I think he's running, huh? Sounded like it. So okay, maybe we have gotten that Panzerschreck out of position, that's good. I think after these positions are suppressed I will bring up the next infantry platoon because this one is basically fought out. We have gotten quite a few casualties here. Anyway, that's enough for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.